What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 Doughnut AI only battle. And then there were four civs remaining. Yeah, Korea's gone, and they're all at peace, I believe, with each other. I'll just check that. That would be embarrassing, wouldn't it, if I messed that up? It's not that hard now. There's no excuses. You know, when there's like 60 civs, I can get away with not knowing who's at war with each other. But four might be pushing it. The ring is filling up. Not that I expect anyone to settle any of the sort of remaining space, but there is a little bit of space if someone wanted to, but that's probably not going to happen. And we are just going to let this run and hopefully get a war pretty soon. It's going to be an episode. Don't want to put you off at the start, but there's definitely a good chance like nothing happens for 15 minutes. It could happen. It could definitely happen. Hopefully though, hopefully not. Hopefully I click this button here and sooner or later someone attacks the other. It does of course depend a little bit on the military numbers. Was that France just dominating in score? Oh my goodness, yes. France now has a 900k military advantage. They only have a slight production advantage over Germany though, so I don't know what's sort of going into France just choosing to build a... Oh my, let's not look at that. That is going to break the game if I look at that for too long. We'll look somewhere else. But let's see. Keep hitting next turn. Yeah, maybe I should have skipped ahead. I didn't think of this, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure we'll get something soon. You know what we can do is I can be lazy and do this, and then as soon as a war starts, I'll undo it. We'll try to undo it in time. But that means I just sit back, waffle, chill out a bit. Nice calm episode. I was surprised by that though. Demographic. Okay, France pretty dominant. Germany has the most literacy, but I think they all might have 99%, so I don't think that's as good. But yeah, France has just turned it around much better. They're just obviously outperforming the other civs in every area. So that's interesting, but it doesn't guarantee a win. I mean, if they do nothing and Germany, you know, grueled their way through China and India, maybe then Germany would definitely be favourite, because, you know, by eye it's like France is about a third of the circle, Germany is about a third, and then China and India is about a third. But obviously that's not sort of panned out in the scores quite that way. But we'll see as the game proceeds on. I mean, if nothing happens for like 5 minutes, yeah, I'll quickly unrecord and wait till something does happen. Delegates, banning of spices and the unbanning of cotton. They're just making more and more of a mess for each other. Germany denouncing China. That probably might be a sign that in 5 turns or so, once that penalty is out of the way, that we might see a German-China war. But we'll see. It could happen. May not happen. Napoleon. Oh my goodness, yes. According to this list, I don't know what number this is actually. Military power. Not sure what that exactly refers to, because all the numbers are much higher. No, much lower, sorry, than the info addicts have it at. But yeah, there's a 1 million in whatever this is advantage, almost, or 990,000 advantage for France, whereas China and Germany pretty much neck and neck. So we'll see. There is, of course, no more nukes being built, which may make things interesting, but India has plenty. I think France has a fair few as well, and China also has, yeah, a good number there, and there was some other cities as well. And I think Germany had the least, so they may have lost out in all of that. The nuclear non-proliferation. They still, no. Do they have any? Oh, they have a couple. But yeah, certainly the weakest, but it left them with a lot of uranium, which they have poured into giant death robots, which is always fun. Game. I kind of want to just see if it could happen. Culture victory threat. Oh, it's gone already. Never mind. I don't think anyone's close. If they are, great, but we'll see. Just a bit worried France declaring war might break the game. We won't be able to see too much of it. They're all building up. Of course, wars will reduce heavily the amount of units, particularly of this size. You know, 2 million v 1 million. they're still going to put up a pretty good defense, but they're also producing a ton as well, so it's hard to say exactly that they would just tear through each other. 1963, there we go. Peak of the Doughnut game, arms race without nukes. What are they voting on? Oh, this is the same. Oh no, it's banning of spices now. Well, we'll see if that gets through the Congress. France, China. Yep, it passed. So another luxury ban. More civs probably falling into the realms of unhappiness. Is that? Nope, they're all okay. Someone was on 8, but that might have been me. So that's probably okay. Happiness. I've got to do it quick before the next turn starts, or it closes the menu. No, China's on 1, but Germany and France are okay. And the culture victory contender, it keeps saying it, but oh my goodness, look at that. Let's not look at that though, because it probably will crash if I scroll over that. But yeah, as you see on the border zone, India not gonna have a fun time if and when it begins, if it begins. We're getting to 390, so 400 closing in on it. If we get to 400 and nothing's happened, I'll pause the recording and sort of sit here till something does happen. Just don't want to bore everyone, but it'd be nice to see it be natural as possible, you know, if it did happen. But at the same time, once everyone's reached the end of the tech tree, it doesn't matter too much either. You know, there's less storyline. It's kind of everyone's the same. We're just waiting for it. It becomes more important who declares on who than anything else, really. You know, because Germany could still sort of take out China and France and equalise if France just is very passive. But if, you know, if France takes out India, then they're probably capable of taking on the other two by themselves, it would appear at the moment. I wonder what that number's up to now. It was 2.1 million. That military manpower number is now 2.6. The others have only grown by 100k each in the same amount of time. Signed delegates, isn't it? Banning of salt in the International Space Station as well. We'll see. I imagine they'll finish that in like a turn. They got pretty close yet. The International Space Station passes. What do we say? 1 turn? They get it all done in 1, maybe 2. Probably because they have to change all the productions over. But maybe give it 2 turns and it will just say done. Because it was like 3 or 4 turns for the international games, I think. And now they're all going to have more production. Maybe the space station requires more, but okay, it's 50% done already. 56. So yeah, it should be done this turn, or at least the one after that. But I'd say it's going to be done as we hit turn 400. France probably going to win. Oh, it just didn't get finished. So yeah, it'll probably be done this time. Around. See who bothered. Did they all put in anything? Big Ben goes to France. That's quite late, to be fair. Wonders, 19 in France, 12 in Germany, 8 in India, 4 in China. I'm going to turn off that auto thing. The menu's already open. 8 in India, 6 in China. And then there you go. China actually put in the most production by 100 hammers, more than Germany. And then there's a 2,000 drop off to France, who's just obviously building units galore. And then India. So yeah, they all pretty much got the same. They all got bronze and silver. And then China just edged the gold as well. Mostly extra science and a bit of extra production. Probably not game changing, but I'm going to pause the recording there. Sort of 10 minutes in anyway. And I'll give you 5 minutes of whatever is the first war to break out. Okay, it's only 425 turns, and don't worry, nothing. Well, you can see something crazy's happened, but that didn't naturally happen. I just thought, you know what? What is the point? We can force this stuff. So I just made the kind of dream scenario, I think. I just need to check the numbers to make sure I haven't completely. 2.3. It's 3.1 million with India versus 2.2. So maybe India's a bit unfair to be in this, but France kind of owns all of India's territory anyway, as you can see. So I don't think it's going to matter. But yeah, we're going to see if this works. I'm 95% certain it won't even let me click this button. But hey, we'll give it a go. And if not, it's going to kind of have to be it, because it already crashed once. Just opening the in-game editor. I'm going to have to use this map mode, that is pretty much for sure. But hopefully, if I click this button and maybe sort of look away a little bit, it will actually run forward. Germany. It's going to take a lot longer, but there you go. India's turn. I don't really know how that's going to affect France, who have all their units positioned within India. They should get booted out, but I don't think there's enough space, so they're probably not going to. It will probably get confused. And this is the turn I'm most worried about. It is going. The globe's spinning. It's probably going to take forever, but... it got through it. France's turn ended, so there you go. Yeah, it's going to be a brutal one, I think. We'll see. France outnumbered by about 1 million troops, but they are, you know, they're not part of a team, which is certainly helpful. And you can see a lot of damage. I assume that is going to be some early nukes going off. But yeah, this is what we're going to do. We'll just see if it lasts. And if anyone pieces out, I'll just make them join again. We'll be all good. Probably. We'll try and keep track of the numbers. Like I said, it's going to be pretty hard to see the units. I don't think it will let me. If I go into the normal game view, I'm not sure it won't crash. So we'll just let them absolutely ram their units. As you can see though, France is fully occupying India before this even begun. So this shouldn't be too difficult, although it's been pretty brutal. Mumbai looks like it got hit with a nuke by India. Their old city, of course. Bit of animosity there. And yeah, China will be here trying to stop France pushing in that way. Germany will be trying to stop them along the coast, but you can see nukes hitting places like Rio. France is power dropping in for Germany to deal with. And you're going to have the French Navy coming after Germany over here as well. But France's turns are taking very long, so maybe we'll switch to highlights. I don't know. Some sort of updates. I'm not really sure, but... we'll just finish this episode, and then, yeah, if we want to maybe suggest how we do it tomorrow, that's fine by me. Maybe I do every 5 turns, every 10 turns, something, so it's not as boring. I don't know. We don't want to sit here while France sort of takes, you know, a minute for their turn every time, and we can't even see that much going on. It's going to be quite a brutal slog fest, I think, at the start. I don't think any cities have fallen just yet, so you can see it's going to be quite a long, brutal one. Please don't crash it. Notification log. No, okay, so nothing's happened just yet. Although I guess the economies won't do so well. France's will be hit the most probably because they can't trade with anyone. The other 3 could still trade with each other, but I think some of them are embargoed anyway, so I'm not sure if there'll be any trade going on. But there you go, the year 2007 AD. Well, it was a bit earlier than that, probably 2003, 4, 5. I don't know what it's ticking up in. The beginning of the end of the Doughnut world. Does France have another turn? Will they add any cities this time? There's a lot of just nuclear back and forth on all sides. I think it looked like this before, but you can see a lot of German cities in the red, a lot of French cities in the yellows and reds as well. Not as many, but yeah, this is pretty brutal and a lot of damage there. But still, every city holds on. Just about. But yeah, we'll keep going. Maybe if you want to come up with a suggestion for how best we make the next episode, because like I said, I'm not sure it'll be too fun to sit here while I click next turn every time, then do leave that. I'm happy to do sort of an every 5, every 10 turn sort of update. It may be a case where there's only maybe 1 episode left anyway, if they do keep going at each other. But that will be it for this one. So as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you are new to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.